Everybody, let's start dropping in where you guys are coming in from. Welcome everybody, by the way. This is going to be the second act of the MERN Facebook clone. Last time it was a bit long, but this time we will be only focusing on the backend. And actually I gave you the front end just like last time with the messenger build. It should be down below this description. So I'm just gonna go ahead and share my screen and let's see how we go about it. So I go to YouTube, of course. Here is the stream. Share my yep, there we go. And the GitHub link is down here. Guys, who is excited? Let's drop it in the comments. Who is excited? I want to know who is excited. I want to know who is ready to build the Facebook MERN clone with me today, and who is ready to have this awesome build on their portfolio. Hey, okay, I see Christina dropped some fire. Nice. We got lots of people. We got oh, Tommy Kelly. Hey, yo. He actually won the COVID tracker challenge. Nice to have you in the house, bro. Whoa, we got so many people who can't wait to build. Nice, awesome. Okay. Friday John says I'm ready. Love from Bangladesh. And whoa, we are at 181 concurrent viewers. Nice job, guys. Guys, if you're excited, if you're pumped to have this Facebook build on your portfolio, smash the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe to this video, and let's get this video out there to everybody else. And if you guys find this, even the whole channel, informative, and you got value out of what we are doing here with Kazi, Sunny, Naz, Aaron, and all the guys at Team CP, drop some nice comments and smash the like button so that this video and all the others can go ahead, get out to everybody, and we can provide everybody as much value as possible. Because I don't know if you know it, but for 2020 we are planning to help 5,000 people to get jobs as developers. Guys, who is excited? Who is pumped to have job as a developer? Punch it in the comment section. Let me know if you want to start working and earn your income as a developer starting in 2020, and if you want to be one of the 5,000 people who get jobs as developers by Clever Programmers help. Okay, nice. Yeah, we got some crazy amount of fire, and yes, and oh, and me. Okay. Yeah, I see lots of people want to become developers. That's great. Okay. With that said, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start helping you guys. Yep. Okay. So now this should be the description that you are seeing at the moment, and this is the link that you want to go ahead and click. Now what I will be doing is here it is. I think this should be public. Let me know, guys, if you can open this link, or if I need to set something up. Hey, Dr. MERN. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, go to this GitHub link and let me know if it's working perfectly, if it's working good. And let's actually clone this app by going here, smashing that green button, just like the like button. So literally go ahead, hit that green button, and there is the link that you want to go ahead and grab. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to select all this and copy. Now I'm going back to this folder that I created for today's session, and there is project coming for PWJ, by the way. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it FB, which is like Facebook. MERN. Shantanu says, nice hair, dude. Thank you so much. Took me 2 years to grow. Yeah, so Facebook MERN and backend, of course. And I'm gonna go ahead, open up a terminal at this folder. And guys, if you don't know why this is colorful, it's because I'm using Oh My ZSH. Now, Oh My ZSH is a super awesome tool, super awesome tool to upgrade your terminal. It basically gives you a bunch of features, but most importantly, it helps you understand how to use terminal so much easier. That yeah, so before using Oh My ZSH, I was like, oh, no way, no terminal at all. But ever since I started using it, I'm like, oh, this is a good stuff. Okay. Now, what I will be doing is just basically type in here git init, which initializes the git version control. And now you can already see that I'm on the master branch. Okay, now what I will be typing in here is essentially git clone and paste the link that I got out from here. Oh, that's a wrong color. Let's use this one. So that link is essentially pasted right over there. Sorry, guys. Okay. Yeah. And now it is actually, yeah. So that was pretty much cloning the whole Git project. And now it actually created another folder. So I don't know why I created that folder. Doesn't matter. Oh. And I will be just cding into that folder. So let's go ahead and copy and just cd and boom, there we go. And now what I will be doing is essentially just typing in npm I, which stands for npm install. Hey Rukia, hey Atharva, we are not doing Firebase. We kind of will, because the front end is, I mean, it's already probably up on Firebase for you guys. If you have done the original React build with Sunny. Oh, by the way, let me know in the comment section below, or actually on the right side or the left side, I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you have built the original version with Sunny. I'm super pumped to see if you guys have built it, because this starter project is a little bit modified. So it's not the exact same one, but it's very close. So like there is like 1 or 2 lines that is not the exact same. It's just saving us a little bit of time, because I am planning to finish this up under 2 hours, or under 2.5 hours max. Okay. So if you haven't done that, not a problem. It's not a requirement, as it is down below, and you can use that project to go ahead and work with this, work through today's session. But I highly recommend, so that you will actually get the whole MERN thing done, and you will have like more experience in React and stuff like that. I highly recommend you go ahead and literally like and finish up the build with Sunny as well. You can just find it on Clever Programmer's YouTube channel. It's oh, and by the way, we hit 800k subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody, whoever subscribed to our YouTube. There we go, 800,000. Nice. So the original Facebook build with Sunny should be somewhere around here, down there. Okay. Now, with that said, who is ready to start building the MERN Facebook clone with me today? Let me know in the comment section. Drop some fire. Let me know if you're getting value out of this channel, because that's what literally gets us moving forward. Let me let me move the comments a bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, now it says me. Nice. Guys, please do not use caps lock because our Nightbot is gonna ban you. Anamika says, I'm excited, David. Let's go. Nice. Davesh Kumar, you bro, go ahead. Thank you, bro. Okay. Yeah, Miles says, people who don't say me are missing limbs. Yeah, right. Mustafa goes, ready, let's go. Rukia goes, me, and lots of fire. Hey, there we go, guys. Okay, let's jump straight into building the MERN Facebook clone. And I think it's, yeah, there we go. So now we have the front end project cloned. Yep, that's the word I was looking for. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and open up this folder in my VS Code. Yep, it should be it. Nice. And I will zoom in just a little bit. Let me just get everything working. Okay, source, and I will just open up app.js and let's actually go ahead and zoom in. Okay, guys, you should be seeing it now pretty decently. Let me know if you need a bit more zoom. And hey, Davesh Kumar just dropped a nice little donation. Thank you so much, bro. I actually remember you, and you're always showing up. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Yeah, let's continue for a great start. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. Okay. Yeah. So essentially, we have this starter project right here. So what I want you to notice, guys, is we have this feed. We are actually pulling in data from the Firebase, which is firebase.js. Yeah, this is where your Firebase config goes. We will not worry about that. Okay, yeah, we will. We will be doing that in a bit when we set up the authentication. Let's actually do it right now. So I'm just gonna, I don't know if, do I have, no, I don't. Let me quickly open up a new Safari over here. And let's actually open up Firebase. So now what we will be working on is essentially get this this project working and like have like an idea of what is going on. Because if we go ahead and open up the terminal and say ls, and let's just go in here, boom, ls again, because we are 2 folders deep. Okay, oops, okay, there we go. And now if I go ahead and say, hey, we got another donation by Sneha, right? I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate you a lot. Yeah, Anmo says, please zoom. Boom. So thank you so much for this lovely donation. Yeah, we really appreciate you, and we love you guys. Hey, Priyanshu, what's up? Okay, let's go. So if I go ahead and type in npm start, it's gonna essentially start up the project. I hope so, because I've run npm install. Yeah, there we go. We are starting development server. Nice. And we should soon be able to see it on localhost 3000. Now let's wait until this opens up. Yeah, okay, let's see what we got. Localhost, why didn't it pop up, by the way? Yeah, so it's we can say it's not really working. It's because we don't have the Firebase hooked up. Yeah. So with that said, let's actually work this out. I will be creating a new project just because you guys might need So if somebody is a super beginner with Firebase, it's actually a suite of tools provided by Google. I will be creating a new project just so you know how to set it up. But it's essentially I'm 2 projects away from the project limit. I gotta do something about that. Yep. So guys, actually watch out for this thing, because once it runs out, it's gonna give you a hard time for a month. So yeah, it's a suite of tools. It's like nice stuff. All you need to have Firebase is a Google account. I'm sure most of you have a Gmail account, so yeah. Okay, let's type in here Facebook MERN. That's good. I don't need no Google Analytics. And let's go ahead and create today's project. Let's see if I have any questions in here in the comment section by the time. Hey, Mustafa says, yo, keep supporting, guys. Yeah, you don't need. Okay, will you show it on Heroku as well? Yeah, I can deploy it to Heroku. Yep, there we go. So we are in the project that we just created, and I will go to this this icon over there. That's essentially adding a web application. That's what we are doing at the moment. Let's go ahead and add the web app. Here you have to what you need to make sure is that you check that box. I forgot it last time, it gave me a hard time. Okay, if you see this, that's good. And now let's go ahead and type in here Facebook MERN and just go ahead and register the app. Don't worry about Firebase SDK and all these type of stuff. We're not gonna worry about that. What you need to do is go to announcements, authentication, and go ahead and hit set up sign-in method. Coyote asked, did I catch this live? Yes, you did. Yes, you did, my man. And what we will be doing is Google authentication. That's the one. Let's just hit it, enable, and the support email is going to be whatever email you have. Yep. David, I made my first box with code tutoring people. Okay. And I kid you not, go check one of the mails Kazi wrote. Hey, Priyanshu. Great job, bro. Nice job. Okay, I think I'm gonna turn a bit up the air horn. And yeah. Okay. Awesome. Now, we have 200 people in the house. Let's go, guys. Drop some fire if you're ready for today's build. Smash the like button if you like it, and if you got value out of any videos by Clever Programmer. Let's go. Okay. So yeah, Google authentication is already done. Nice. And what we need to do is go to that icon, hit project settings over there, scroll down all the way to the bottom, hit that config. That will pull this thing up, and you only need the stuff inside of the object. Yo, doing React tutorial, I would love to, but I have exams at the moment. Not a problem, Pranav. You will be able to watch this back after later on. It's all good. And Firebase probably costs money, right? No, it doesn't. It's completely free. You don't have to worry about it. We guys will let you know in advance if something is gonna cost you money, but we haven't done anything that literally costed money. We are trying to focus on teaching you guys stuff that is essentially free and provides you a lot of value. Okay, so we don't want to break your bank. Okay. Now what you need to do is like essentially copy this snippet of code, go to firebase.js, delete this commented line and just paste it. And I think we should be good to go very soon. Okay, here we go. Nice. Bruce Bain asks, whoa, hey David, will you be building the front end as well or just the back end? Today we will focus on the backend hardly, because a full MERN build would, it's actually a 2-session or 2-day thing. So yeah, not gonna build the front end today. You can go ahead and search up Sunny's video on that, and then you will have a step-by-step video guide on how to build this very front end. All right, let's hit sign in, and it's gonna drop me over to that. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and sign in here, and here we go. So because at the moment this is not, we don't have a running server or something that it is attached to, that's why it's not showing anything, but we can see that we are live over there, which is nice. So the widget is working, what was that, React Context API is working, because actually essentially these are using React Context API. There we go. And you can already notice the only difference between Sunny's build and this build is I changed the input form. So originally in Sunny's build, there is an other link. A text box where you put the image link, and then that was the thing you uploaded. Now, we are gonna be using MongoDB grid file system. I think GridFS is grid file system. I'm not sure, by the way. So we will be using MongoDB GridFS to upload files so that we will actually be uploading files to MongoDB. It was a highly requested thing from us, and we want to let you know, guys, that we hear you, we are here for you, and we are providing the value that you request. And yeah, so you guys ask, we deliver. That's how it works. Okay, real mobile app using JavaScript, Frank asks. Yeah, we are actually planning on launching a couple of React Native sessions as well. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and start working on the backend. So out here, I will be creating a new folder, which I will essentially call, oh, that's the Facebook MERN backend. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I gave it the wrong name. Okay. Don't worry about the Facebook MERN backend folder. That was my mistake. Okay, so here is where the Facebook backend project will go. Yeah. Arif says, you're so nice looking. Thanks, bro. Okay. So what I will be doing is opening up a new terminal and list out whatever we got. I'm going to go into Facebook backend. Boom. And clear out the whole terminal. I think I'll just close these because we will worry about those later. And what I want to do is essentially start git version control, and I can do that by typing in git init. Nice, there we go. And I think I pulled it up. Yep. And what we will be doing too is pretty much just initializing the npm package. Okay, so npm init, there we go. It's gonna throw a bunch of questions and some stuff that you will never read at you. So package name is actually good for Facebook backend. Version, it's 1. Description, MERN Facebook backend project. Okay. What you need to know is that we are not gonna be doing the index.js entry point. We will actually do server.js. And whoa, we have 222 people watching this live. 222. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me. And smash the like button if you got any value out of this live or any other for that purpose. Yeah. Okay, so what I will be doing is type in here server.js. Nice, there we go. Test command, don't worry about it. Git repository, leave it empty. Keywords, author, it's gonna be me. Cozy, nice. License, okay. Is this okay? Yes, it is. And what we will be doing is installing all the dependencies at once. I don't want to worry about any of those later. And yes, Shri Basam asks if this is the package.json file. Yes, my man, this is the package.json. We just have it ready. So before we go any further, let's close it up so it doesn't mess everything up. I will clear out the terminal so you guys can see it nicely. And what I will be typing in here is npm install or npmi. And we will use Express, Mongoose, Course, Multer, Grid, FS storage. Okay, there is already a lot of stuff that we don't know. So Express is actually the server-side JavaScript that we will be using today. It's a framework which is running on the Node.js runtime. So if you guys don't know what the MERN stack is, oops, wrong button. So the MERN is actually standing for MongoDB, Express.js, oops, can't speak while I'm typing, React.js, and Node.js. So Node.js is actually a JavaScript runtime. It's a nice little stuff. MongoDB is the database that we will be using to store not just our posts and text and stuff like that we did earlier. We will actually store images inside of there. And we will be using something called the grid FS to store images. And we will also use Mongoose to connect to our database. And Express.js will be running on our server. React is our front end. Nice. So, yep, that's pretty much it. Okay, hold on. Boom. Okay, poof. Okay, hold on a moment. Yep, there we go. Okay, so what we will be doing, Sachin says, David rocks. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. Okay. What we will be doing is type in npm install express mongoose course multer grid fs storage. So multer is basically just accepting the image. Multer grid fs storage is going to be the actual storage where we store our images. Grid fs stream is gonna be responsible for reading out and rendering out stuff to the user's screen. We will also have body parser. We will also have path and pusher, because this app is going to be real time. Okay. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and install everything. And while it's doing its stuff, let's actually go ahead and set up our MongoDB database. Why is my hair coming all the way? Yeah. Okay, mongodb.com. Now, guys, who worked with MongoDB? Let me know in the chat. I want to know if you know MongoDB, if you know this awesome NoSQL database. Let me know, guys, in the comment section down below, because this is some awesome stuff that is highly in demand in the job market right now, along with the other three stuff inside the MERN. Priyanshu says it's the first time. Nice, awesome. So MongoDB, Priyanshu MongoDB. Hey, yeah. Rukia says me. It's me because you have used it the first time, or if you have. Oh no, I asked if you have. Yeah, okay. I see a lot of people already have used it. Nice, awesome. Okay. Yeah, I see a couple of first timers, and I also see a couple of people who have already used it. I work with a lot of JSON, says Kebab. It's pretty much the same stuff. I mean, we're literally gonna be storing stuff in a JSON format. Pratham says, yes, I use MongoDB. Mustafa says, me too, I used it. Nice, guys. Is it the beginning? Almost the beginning. You're not too late. Okay, so what we will be doing is, so it's actually a free for those of you who are new to MongoDB. This is a completely free. I mean, you can also upgrade, of course, upgrade to paid version, but yeah, we will be using the free, completely free stuff. And this is a NoSQL database. And this is going to allow us to store in our images and posts and every single detail. Okay, if you haven't used MongoDB, this is fail. This is your button to click. If you already have, like me, sign in is the button you want to go for. Essentially, it's super easy to set up. You need an email address, a password, of course, and then you will be guided through. Now, because I already have it, I would just sign in. And yep, let's go ahead, and we are signing into MongoDB. Are we using MongoDB or Firebase? We are gonna be using both, but we are not gonna be using the Firebase database. We will be using MongoDB instead. So Firebase today is only gonna be used for authentication and hosting. I just came in. What's he doing? Asks Kian Pillai. I'm doing the Facebook clone. Tell Marks I said hi. And I will be doing it in the MERN stack. Okay. So what I will be doing here, so those of you who are using MongoDB for the first time, let's just go ahead and build a cluster. It's going to be in the middle. Let's just go with that, and you will be able to follow up once we have this screen again. I just need to go ahead and create a new project alongside with those who have already used MongoDB. So I'm going to click new project right there. I will give it a name. I will call it Facebook MERN clone. Okay, nice. I will click yes. This is the place where you can add other members. I'm not working with anybody, so create new project. Radu Mihai says, I love learning things. Nice. That's the mindset, bro. So anybody who is new to MongoDB was on this screen. So let's go ahead and build a cluster with them. We will be using JavaScript, of course. And this is where you want to go ahead and create a cluster. Now, you can go with the paid version if you want to pay, but we will be using a free because it's completely enough. Don't worry about any of the stuff going on around here. Just pretty much leave everything just the way it is and click that create cluster button down below. Nice. And this is essentially going to take a couple of minutes. It says it's 1 to 3 minutes. Well, it's not. It's a little longer usually. But in the meantime, we will be setting up network access. Let's actually do it a bit later because... Okay, let's actually do it a bit later. Let's see how our... so everything... Let's go back to the code. Everything is installed. And what we want to do is let's first deal with the... Okay, so if you guys can... Yeah, so there is like 2K in the version control stash. We don't want that to happen. That's because there is node modules and there is a meme I usually show. So node modules GitHub meme. So what happens if you're not doing this step with me is there it is. That's pretty much what's going to happen to your GitHub whenever you push this code up. So there is this node modules. It's a couple of 100 megabytes already because we have we installed lots of dependencies going on here. These are all added here. And if you're not following me this step, it's gonna blow the whole thing over. Okay, guys, get the energy up. Let's get started coding. What we will be doing first is add a .gitignore file. We're just gonna type in node modules in here, and let's save it. And now that version control just went back to 3, that's what we want to see. Okay, nice stuff. That is so gitignore. That was it. Let's go back to package.json. 2 things that we need to do here. One of them being is set the type to module and enable ES6 coding in Node.js. Now, you might, if you're here for the first time and you haven't seen any of these MERN videos, you might be surprised because ES6 is still in experimental state, but we know, and you know, that ES6 is the is in demand right now in the job market. So we will be doing ES6 stuff. Therefore, we need to type in type and select the module. That will allow us to do the exact same stuff that you do with Sunny. So we will be importing a package from the other package. No, importing a module from the package. Yeah, that's the way. And yes, makes aliens in area 51. ES6 is experimental. Yes, ES6 is experimental. Okay, jokes aside. So yeah, and we will be importing a module from a package. That's going to be the terminology that we will be using instead of requiring it. That's it. The other thing we need to do is type start in here, and we will just say node server.js and add the comma at the end of the previous line. Nice, there we go. With that said, package.json is ready. And we actually, if you guys might be interested in why we added this stuff over here, it will be needed for Heroku to be able to start the application by itself. Nice. With that covered, let's close this file as well and create a new file inside of the backend project, which we will call server.js. And we just got a nice, lovely donation by Anupam. He goes with, it's just, okay, it's without text. Thank you so much, bro. We massively appreciate you. And stick around and be with us and get the most value out of it and get a job with us, okay? Thank you so much, by the way. And yeah, we love you guys. Okay. Can you make your face cam a little bigger? At the moment, I can't. Later on, I will upgrade. It's essentially just the built-in webcam, but the new one is on the way. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, now I will be closing the terminal so I can free up some space. Yeah. Okay. What we will be doing is essentially just sketching out the app, so that we will know what we will be working with. Okay, let's type in. This is where we will be importing stuff. This is where we will be configuring the application. So this is the app config part. Then we will have a couple of middlewares. Then we will have some DB config going on. Once I learn how to type, we will also have a couple of API routes. Nice. And we will, I think that's no. We will have a listener. Nice. Okay. Okay. There is a listen. Okay. So this is how the structure of this application is going to be. It's completely unnecessary to write in here if you don't want to, but it just helps you a lot to see what you're working with and separate all the stuff that we will be working with. Okay, now I have a bit of a snippet of code that I'm just gonna paste in here. It's essentially just importing, it's essentially importing everything, every module from its package. Okay. That was a bit, yeah. Now I'm kind of missing that. Yeah, Priyanshu, I know. Guys, get the energy up. Let's drop in the comments if you like it. Let's stop here for a moment. And so let me know, guys, if you are finding this interesting, if you are hyped about it, if you are ready to put this application on your portfolio, and if you want to have a killer project that will get you a job. Guys, let me know who is excited, who is ready to build this application with me today. And yeah, on that, I think we can go ahead. Nikhil says, sorry, concentrating on the build. It's all good, bro. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So with that said, okay, another thing we will be doing is this. This is essentially just setting up all the GridFS and Mongo stuff. This is just a nice way to doing that. Yeah, Clever Programmer, you are doing great job. Thank you so much, bro. Shriri, I hope I said your name correctly. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, brother. Priyanshu, when do you sleep, man? He doesn't sleep. Yeah, pumped up. Let's go. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah. What's the use of pusher though? Great question. That's a thing which we will be using to make the whole application real time. I hope you're excited for that. So MongoDB is normally not a real-time database, and Firestore, if you remember Sonny's build, it actually is. And whenever you're like submitting something and just hit the return, and it's actually getting added to the database at the same time, and it re-renders just that part. That's what we will be. That's what pusher is for. Okay. Yep, I removed this overlay. Nice. And pusher is pretty much just a little between front end and the back end, right? Yes, that is correct. And it can actually transmit data, but we will not worry about that just now. We're not going to do it the efficient way. Later on, we will. I will actually drop a session where I make the application crazy efficient, when it's just gonna add the new stuff on top of everything. But for now, we're just gonna be focusing on getting the things working, and we will just resync whenever something happens. So pusher is actually able to push the data that was just added to MongoDB to the front end. So yeah. Okay, push has a low number of concurrent connections limit. It's actually 100 concurrent connections for free, but we will not reach that. Okay, let's create our application, and let's actually create our very first API route today. What we will be doing is essentially just typing in, so let's just create an application instance. So const app equals express. Oh, express, boom. And the other thing we want to do is const port, port. And normally, if we were just running it on our local server, we could just literally just type in 9000, but that's the boring way to go about it. We definitely want to go ahead and upload it to and deploy it to Heroku. So we will type in process.environment.port, and two of these standing lines, I don't know these names, and that's where the 9000 will go. Okay. So it's pretty much the setting up. So if there is a process, a .m file which is added by Heroku by default, we will use that. But if that's not non-existent, we will use 9,000. That's pretty much it. And one thing which I always forget, so I will add it right now, is the middlewares. If you guys have watched the Messenger clone build with me, I think on Saturday, yeah, you can watch how I forget about it. Okay, so what we will be doing and pasting here is app.use body parser JSON. It's essentially making the app being able to read, write, and work with JSON files. The other one is just setting up the course headers. Okay. Hey, Kelvin, thank you so much for this lovely $5 Canadian donation. Massive appreciation, and thank you so much for it, and for you being here. I will make it a little smaller so I can read it out loud. You guys keep giving us massive value, and I can't help but share my appreciation to whole CP team. Thank you, David. Keep it going. Thank you so much, bro, for being here with us. We are delivering this for you, and we are happy that you guys like it so much. Okay, nice to have you in a family, by the way. Okay, yeah, so let's actually create our very first API endpoint. Let's forget about dbconfig just for now. And what we will be doing is basically it's just gonna be a health check and a nice little thing that we create so that we know that our application is up and running. So what we will be typing in is app.get a slash between these single quotes, and we will have a request, a response, and what we will be doing is set the response status to 200 and send a hello world. Now guys, probably there is a couple of you who don't even know what I've done here, and that's completely okay because I'm just gonna go ahead and explain everything. So app, remember this app, the instance that we just created. So whenever this app receives a request, so we are creating APIs, which is essentially request and response, and in between some logical stuff. But yeah, so whenever the app gets a request with a get method, so if you don't know what get is, it's basically downloading data from the database, not the database, from the server. And there is like post, put, delete, a lot of other stuff. I don't even know all of these just like that. So get is downloading data from the server, post is uploading, delete, it's deleting. Put is essentially it's a delete and a post, so it's pretty much like it's more like changing something. So whenever you're okay, let's put it that way. So when you were uploading a image to Facebook, you are using a post request that will be uploading everything to the server. Then to actually show it to you, you will need to make a get request so that you will be able to download it onto your screen. And if you are changing your profile picture, you are doing a put request, right? I hope it actually made it clear. Okay. Whoa, we still have 195 people with us. Awesome stuff, guys. Let's go. Okay, so what we will be and whenever we receive this kind of request on the slash, so basically the root, it will fire off a callback function which has a request and a response parameter, and we will set the response parameter to 200 status, which essentially says okay, and we will send back hello world. Kian says mine says 169. Yeah, because you're just watching YouTube, but we are live on Twitch, we are live on Facebook, on I think 2 different places. So yeah, all in all it's 200 now. Stick with me, guys, and if you guys got some value out of this video, hit the like button. Okay, Yeah, there we go. And we will actually make this application listen to our requests. And what we will be doing is basically type in app.listen on the port we defined up here. And whenever, so it's basically when we start listening with the application, we will go ahead and console log that we are listening on localhost and the port which we have. And I am here actually using a string interpolation, or the other thing is string concatenation, I think. So I'm using backticks over here instead of normal single quotes. Okay, let's go, guys. Who is pumped about having their own first API route? Let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's go ahead and fire this server up. I will be opening up my terminal, clear out everything so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. And I will type in node-mon, just like that. And this is actually starting up my server. And as you can see, there is the listening on localhost 9000, which I've defined up here. Okay. Nice. Let's go to our Postman. Oops, I need to zoom in a bit. Yep. And I think I already have all the API stuff going on here. Yeah, and just type in localhost 9000, and because it says hello world, we know this app is up and running. Great job, guys. You just created your very first own API route. This deserves 2 air horns actually. Okay. With that said, let's go back and let's actually jump into the middle and upload an image to MongoDB. Guys, who knows how to upload an image to MongoDB? Drop it in the comment section, drop it in the chat. Let me know if you're excited. Let me know if you know what we will be doing right now. And yeah, with that said, let's actually stretch a little, because guys, this is gonna be the build. This is gonna be the new thing. Rukia goes, let's go. Yes. Play says, I like your hairstyle. Thank you. Yeah, and Atharva asks if it's binary. Nope. I mean, it could be binary. I don't actually know how the gridfs works, but yeah, it could be binary. So the way it works is essentially cutting up to 255 kilobyte chunks our image. And it will be like cut up into small little pieces, and then we will have everything set up, and it will map together the stuff whenever we are retrieving those. Okay. Now with that said, Imad goes, let's do it. Yitin, let's do it. Shri, let's do it. Awesome. Yeah, let's go. So what we will be doing is let's actually connect to our MongoDB database. By the time this should have finished, and what we will be doing first is set up a database access and a network access. So let's start with the network one. So we will be adding an IP address where we will be able to access to this database, and we will hit this allow access from anywhere. And guys, a huge disclaimer. Let me actually write it out. Okay. Disclaimer. Do not do this in a production environment. You don't want to allow access from anywhere. This is just for teaching purposes or educational purposes. We don't want to allow access from anywhere. Okay, let's hit confirm. Let's go ahead. Yeah, and it's gonna do its stuff. Exactly, only on testing, screwed if on production. That is right, Atharva. That is exactly what is it. Okay. Nice. Let's go and set up the database access. What you want to do is just type in here in the user field admin, and then auto generate a secure password, and then you want to save it somewhere very, very safe where you will be able to retrieve it, because this is the last time you're gonna see this password. And then let's go ahead and hit add user. This is the only thing you need to worry about right now. Don't have to worry about all these rows and stuff. Okay, and we just got another lovely donation, £5 lovely donation, which is a massive amount. Thank you so much, Lax. And she goes, I just finished React Facebook clone front-end tutorial. This is the place where you want to be. There is a tiny little bit of modification between the starter project down below and the Sun is built. We will be covering that. Okay. Nice stuff, by the way. Stick around and you will have a full MERN Facebook clone. That's the way to go about it. Okay. Okay, and let's go back to our clusters. It's actually deploying our changes, which is nice. And what we will be doing is essentially just connecting to our database with that button. Let's go ahead and hit connect your application. And that is the string you want to copy. Okay, let's hit copy. And guys, actually notice that there is two little parameters that we will need to pass in. One is password and one is DB name. Okay, we will hard code the DB name, and this is where your password will go. Okay, let's go back to our code, and what you want to do is type in here, create a new const, which will be a Mongo URI, and you want to just paste your Mongo URI in here. I will close everything else so that you guys can actually see everything perfectly. And in the database is gonna be the Facebook database, which we will be just go FBDB. Hide the pass from stream. We have crazy people. I mean, I can't really hide it for now. I'll just yeah, I'll just go this way, guys. Don't spam the Facebook clone, my Facebook clone, okay? Okay, yeah. So this is the full Mongo URI that we will be doing, and we just received another lovely donation from South Africa, 35 ZAR, and Marius. Thank you so much. First of all, we really appreciate you, brother. Thank you very much. And he goes, the I is called a pipe. Usually I means or. Exact. Oh yeah, it's called a pipe. Okay, thank you so much for yeah, so the name of that character is pipe. Okay, thank you so much. And yeah, two of them means or. That is right. And cheers from South Africa. Cheers, bro, for staying here with us. Yeah, I think it's pretty late over there. I think it's around like 10 p.m. or something. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead, and now we will need two different kind of connections to our MongoDB. I'm just gonna pass them inside of here. And so notice that there is a tiny bit of a difference. So we will be using the first one. I can do it in a much nicer way. So we will be using this connection. Hold on a moment. So we will be using this whenever we are uploading an image, and it's basically it's gonna go ahead, create a connection. It's gonna save it to a variable. We will be able to work with that, and then it's gonna be like delete the whole thing and drop everything. Now, on the other hand, we will have another one, Mongoose Connect, which is like a general connection, and it's essentially just a pool of connection, and it will be used whenever you want to use it. Okay, With that said, let's actually set up our DB connections. Okay, I just did it. Okay, but one thing we want to definitely do is console log both connections whenever they are up and running. So we will do con because we defined it as con. So we will say con dot once and con dot once open. We want to fire off a callback function, and we were just gonna go ahead and console log db connected. Nice. And the other one is gonna be Ayush asked, didn't get how this copy is pasted sudden without copying. I actually did copy it from my other screen. I'm just trying to save a lot of time and energy for you guys, and I'm more like I'm just some snippets I just copy paste, and some of them I type it out as it is. And whenever I'm copy pasting, I am making sure that we are actually understanding what is going on behind the scenes. Okay, with that said, let's go with the other connection. So we will say mongoose the connection, yes, and again once and open. We will fire off an other callback function which will do the exact same thing. So console log db connected, and that's kind of what we want to do. And if you guys see 2db connected, that is awesome. Hey, we just received another donation by Ayush Gupta. Thank you so much, bro. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And and he says, congrats team for 800k subs. Thank you so much. Please drop a React crash course more inclined covering specific topics like hooks, props, rotor, Redux, etc. We are actually gonna do that very soon. Stay tuned, brother. We hear you guys. We will be doing that very, very soon. Okay. There is some kind of Russian text going on as well in the chat. Anybody who is Russian, let's respond to him, please. Him or her. Okay. Yep. So with that said, we pretty much have our DB connection done. And now what we want to do is essentially set up everything so that we for the image saving stuff. Okay, so what we will be doing is pretty much set up the gridfs, which, okay, actually let's create the gridfs. So we will be using a let gfs, and that's gonna be our gridfs. And what we will be saying is gridfs equals there's some thing going on my keyboard. Okay, I'm back. So gridfs is gonna be grid con.db and mongoose mongo. This is pretty much setting the target of this gridfs, so the connection database inside of the MongoDB. Yep. And the other thing we will be doing inside of here is define the actual collection where we will save all these images. So gfs.connect collection. Okay, so collection. And we will say images in here. So we just pretty much just creating a collection to store all our images inside of there. Hassan asks, is MongoDB supporting real-time DB like the Firebase? No, originally it doesn't, but we will make it work. Real-time E? I don't know if it makes sense. So yeah, we will be doing some kind of real-time stuff. It needs a little bit of extra work, but other than that, it doesn't support it. Okay, so inside of con once there is nothing else for us to do. What we will be doing is create our actual storage where we will be store all our images. Okay, and we will be typing in, so we will create our storage, and this is gonna be a new grid fs storage, of course. And inside of there, we will have the URL, which is gonna be Mongo URI. So if you guys just added it inside of here, I think it's a lot better to have it like in a separate variable so that you can access it a lot of other times. Hassan asks, I should add extra npm packages. Bro, it's all up here. These are the packages that we imported, and if I think you were the one who asked about the real-time stuff. Pusher is responsible for making MongoDB real-time. Okay, nice. Let's go back and let's get to work. So we will have a URL, and we also wanna, oh, not there, there. And we will also have a little bit of file inside of here because we're actually adding a file. And we will have, this is gonna be in the request, and the function that we want to fire off, we have the request and the file parameters. And let's go ahead and return a new promise, right? Return a new promise, which will either resolve or reject. Yep. And let's actually define the file name. Domoina says, awesome, love you guys. Thank you so much, bro. We really appreciate you. Stick around till the very end because this is gonna be some juicy stuff. Alrighty, so const file name is gonna be, so this is where you get to add whatever file name you ever want. Athoraba, bye bro, make sure to watch it later. And I will be creating a file name which will say image, a dash, and the and the date now in some kind of programmatic form. Okay, so let's go and type in image dash, and this is where the date dot now will go. Oh, oops. Okay, here we go. And we also want the extension to display because that's part of the part of the file, of course. So we will be passing in the path dot extension name, and it's gonna be the file dot or from the file dot original name. So this is essentially just wrapping out the extension from the original file name and just chuck it in there. Okay, with that said, we also need to add a file info, which is not gonna be something crazy fancy. So the file name is gonna be file name, and we will have a bucket name which is gonna be, and guys, make sure that you know what you're doing because we are typing in images again, but please notice that we are saying images here as well as here. So these two literally have to be the same, otherwise it's gonna be it's not gonna work out well. Biff. Okay. Parth says, I need help with cybersecurity class. I mean, we are actually planning on dropping some security content. Okay, let's go ahead and let's resolve everything. Boom, resolve, and we will say file info. Awesome. With that said, we pretty much have our storage done, but we need to set it so that this is gonna be used as the default storage. So const upload, and this is gonna be the method that we will be using to upload the file. And we will say motor And Multer is essentially a package in Node.js that you can use to upload images and files and whatnot. And we will just pass in this storage, right? So that's pretty much setting up the storage, and we should now be able to upload a file. So who is excited to upload a file to MongoDB? Who has done that? Who hasn't? Let me know in the comments, because let's just try to make this lecture-ish thing transform to a conversation where you guys are like communicating with me, and I'm answering, like literally I'm answering a lot of comments inside of here. So guys, let me know if you have done this before, if you know what's happening. If you're completely new, let's make this a conversation. Let's build a relationship. Yeah, and I need to drink because okay, so Shriri says I didn't. All good, bro. We are focusing on beginner friendly stuff, so I'll be explaining everything. James says I did it, bro. Yeah, nice, awesome. Oops. And let's actually go ahead and build that endpoint. So what we will be doing here is yeah, I haven't, but I'm excited. That's the way to go about it. Nice, awesome. Okay, so we will say app.post, and we will say new as well. I'm your backend hair. Fun, lovely, bro. Thank you. Okay, so we will say upload image. So notice that we have like two parts of this endpoint. The first one is going to be upload. Patrick says I'm new to Node.js. Welcome to the family, bro. So upload, we are going to be using upload for uploading post as well, but now we are just uploading the image. Okay, so and we will be passing in the upload.single, which will enable uploading only a single file, and we will be looking for this file in the file field, right? So let's type in file in there. And we will also fire off a callback, which will have the usual request response, and we will set the response status to 201, which means actually created. So that's the equivalent of, it's kind of like, okay, when you're successfully uploaded something, that's a 201, right? Okay, yep. And let's go ahead and send back the request.file in there, so that we can make sure that we did everything correctly. Let's go and check everything out. Okay, so my server is restarting. DB connected twice. Yeah, you can see it, guys. Nice. And let's actually check this out. So what I will be doing here is copy this. Boom, boom. Okay. And okay, so upload image. What I will be doing is have a body going on here, a file. Like body, you gotta select form data, and here this essentially gonna turn to become a file. So you can add in a text, and you can also add in a file. So I will go ahead and select a file, and yeah, let's go with a cozy picture. Boom. Okay, so I'm adding this image, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit send. Guys, who is ready to save our first image into MongoDB? Let me know, guys, in the chat. I will not press this until you let me know if you're excited about it, or if I'm just being alone all over here, just coding and not talking. Let me know, guys, if you're with me, if you're at this point, and if you are ready to save your images into MongoDB. Okay? Who is ready to do that? Excited? Do it. Okay. Yes. Lots of hands by Calvin. Okay, super excited, says Rukia. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead. Yes, we are with you. Nice. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and send it. Let's see what is happening. And guys, we just have it. Okay, I'm gonna unzoom a bit. So we have it working. So whenever you see the stuff, that means we have everything in our MongoDB. So that's the file name we just defined. Yeah, so JPG actually. Yeah, let's go, man. Good vibes. Awesome. So JPG is the extension. And this is the new date that we did over there. Yep. No, it's in date.now, sorry. And this is the image from the beginning. Okay. Now, what I want you to show you guys is actually, let's go to collections. It's just, now everybody can sit back for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to talk a little and you will be able to see how it's actually saved into MongoDB. So, because this image is pretty low resolution, the image.chunks is going to be just a one document thing. So the collection size is 122 kilobytes, which is not a huge. It's because the image is not like a crazy high HD 1080p something. But if I were to upload a 4K file, it would accept it, but it would like divide it to like crazy amount of little chunks. And this is the images.files. And this is where all the details for the file is going to be saved. With that said, okay, this was the this was the part when you didn't have to code anything. Let's go back to the code. Let's get ready to retrieve this image so that we will actually be able to see what we just did. Okay, so let's stretch a little because that's important. And if you guys have some water, get your coffee ready, get your water ready, because we are gonna get into the juicy part real soon. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and retrieve this exact file that we just saved in there. So what we will do is say app.get, yeah, and we will just say the endpoint is gonna be retrieve. Yeah, retrieve. Last time somebody, I think it was Rukia, who spotted that I made a typo. Please check it if it's correct. Yep, and I will say image and single. And what I will be doing is fire off another request response parameter callback function. And and inside of there, we will be starting to look stuff inside of grid FS. Okay, guys, who's excited to retrieve that image that we just saved into MongoDB? Let me know, guys. Let's start engaging. The comments are not popping as they did before. Let's actually have a conversation. Let's go, guys. Let's start typing in whatever you're thinking, whatever your question is. Let's drop it in the comments. And with that said, let's go. So what we will be saying here is gridfs dot files. No, nice. And find one. And inside of there, we will be adding the file name, and this is pretty much like filtering whatever we have. Now we're gonna be passing in a query on top of the link. I'll show you guys everything. So request.query.name. So we will be passing in with every single request a name and that's gonna be the file name that we want to retrieve. Okay, and once that's done, let's actually do the error handling. We are taking it in cause this is the juicy stuff. That is correct, Calvin. That's right, my man. Okay. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of error handling. This is where the error or the data goes. It's actually going to be the file. And this is where we will be starting to use the gridfs stream. Okay. So inside of there, it's going to be almost the usual thing, but we are gonna, so if there is an error, we will of course set the response status to 500 and send the error back so we can go ahead and debug it. The other thing we will be doing, so if it's successful, nice, but we need to make sure that if it's either a file first, or if the length of the file is not 0. So if that's the case, then we're just gonna say file not found and send it back as an error message. But if that's okay, it's actually a nested if gate. So if that's okay, we will be creating a read stream, which is like a gridfs create read stream, and that's this is where we pass in which file do we wanna find. Shiri says very valuable live. Thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you, and I'm seeing you were actually one of the actives. Massive thank you, bro. And let's go guys, and smash the thumbs up if you guys like this build. Okay. So and the other thing, the next row is pretty much just gonna set up a pipe. And that's where we will be, so that's where we want to pass in the file that we just created, right? Does it make sense, guys? Let me know in the comment section down below if it makes sense. And well, we are at 290 likes, guys. Hit the smash the like button if you like this, and let's get this video up to 300 likes. Let's give it a go. Let's actually do it. We are at 291. I'm not gonna go any further, and I'm not gonna show you if this is working until we reach 300 likes. Let's go. Let's smash it. Let's actually go ahead and hit that button. We are at 295. Let's go, guys. I'm waiting here. I'm gonna wait until we go up to 300. Let's go. 298. Two more. Let's go. Okay, 303. Nice. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's let's actually go ahead and retrieve the image. So notice that this is the image we want to go ahead and retrieve, and I'm gonna go ahead and okay, yeah, retrieve image. I think this is how retrieve image single. Okay, nice. And the name, what I will be passing in is actually called a param. That's what you want to do. And this is where you want to go ahead and add the name. And the file name is going to go over here. Yeah. Rookie asks, file length 0. File shouldn't be empty, right? Exactly. That's what's happening. Exactly. And this is where I'll pass in the image name. And notice that this actually the parameter is going to go up here, up top, which is going to be useful in a bit. Okay, let's hit it and let's see if it is working. Hey, there we go. Nice. Okay, we just retrieved Kazi. Okay, and actually what I want to do is copy this whole link and paste it to my browser. Hey, that's it. So I saw a couple of people asking where Kazi is. On my screen, bro. That's literally Kazi. Okay. We will be using this in just a bit on the front end, and we are at 1 hour and almost 30 minutes, so we gotta speed up a bit. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay, now what we want to do, cause a retrieve to live finally. That's right. Okay, so what we want to do, it's gonna be a bit hard to understand, so I'm gonna go ahead and type it out, or like show you guys. So what we will be doing is first, let's make that bigger actually. Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, okay, so first, we will save the image. Okay, we will save the image, then from the response, that's where we will know the file name, right? Because that's how we retrieve this image. So we will grab that file name and then save it with the post, right? So that we know which image goes to which post, right? And then when we retrieve it, first we retrieve the post, and then we're gonna retrieve the image. Okay, this is gonna be the process. So first we save the image, then get the file name that we just created, save it with the post, then when we are actually rendering it out, we're gonna render out the post first, and then at the same exact moment we're gonna go ahead and make the request to the image as well. Hope you guys it actually made sense. Let me know in the comment section down below if it did make sense, and let's remove the gray board. So guys, if it made sense, let me know in the comment section so I know if I'm explaining in a way that you guys understand it. So with that, we're gonna definitely need 2 more endpoints. One of them is gonna be saving the image or the whole post, sorry, and the other one is gonna be for retrieving. Okay, now what I will be doing is create a post model as we usually do. It's gonna be just a structure for this for the database, how we will be saving the whole post. Okay, Muhammad says yes, great work, thank you so much, bro, really appreciate it. And let's go and type in here. So the file name, I'm just gonna name it Mongo posts, so that we know it's gonna be a MongoDB schema. Yep. And inside of here, let's import mongoose from mongoose, and let's create a post model. Post model. Yep, that's it. And it's gonna be mongoose the schema. Nice. And I always make this mistake, I always import it accidentally. So, and inside of there, I'm just gonna pass in all the stuff that we wanna save. So we definitely wanna save the user, the image name, which I was just talking about, the text, which the user just type in here. But the file is, it tells me file not found. Oh, the file is not saved. Drop me a message and we can debug it. We definitely want to save the avatar, which is gonna be, which we will get with the login. And we want to save a timestamp so that we will be able to order it in the nice in the nice way, so the newest is going to be up top. And what we want to do is export default the mongoose model that we just created, and this is where you guys are gonna be give a name for the for the what you call it, the collection where you will be saving your posts. Right now, notice that it is in a plural. You need to make sure that it's gonna be plural, Otherwise, Mongoose is gonna be renaming it anyways, so don't worry about that. It's gonna do its job. But when we are setting up pusher and real-time stuff, you will be like, why is it not working? And that's probably because, like, most of the times it's because we didn't you didn't add the plural version in here, and you're trying to subscribe to the singular version. So if you want to see that that thing happening, I recommend going ahead and watching the MERN WhatsApp build as well, because that's where I made that mistake, and that's how I learned it. Okay, let's go back. And oh, and of course we are passing in the post model. Okay, with that said, let's save this file and close it, because we're not going to be doing it, not going to be needing it anymore. But what we definitely need to do is import that, and for that we gonna be go up here. What is this? And this is where we will be importing it. So we will be importing it as Mongo posts, so that we know what is going on in here. And I have it with the wrong name, so I will be Mongo posts .js. Nice, great work, guys, says Yazid. Thank you so much. Collection of the data we're passing post, that is correct. Rukia, that's right. Okay. Yeah, with that said, let's actually create the 2 more endpoints that we will be working with today. One of them is gonna be I like to group these requests and the image upload. So all the uploads should be like in one place, and all the retrievers gonna be in another place. We need type as date. You can do it that way, but I'm not gonna do it. So I will be passing in a string instead of a date. You can definitely do that, like literally do that. Yeah, Psycho Coder. Okay. Yeah, let's see if there is like a good question. So guys, if you are asking like real awesome questions, I'm gonna be popping it out on the screen. Okay, with that said, let's go ahead and upload the post. So what we will be doing is essentially receiving a request on the upload/post, right? So that is upload as well, and that is upload as well, but it's image and that's post. It's just kind of like a naming convention thing, because I want you guys to have a project under your buckle, which under your belt, sorry. Actually buckle makes sense as well. So on your GitHub, that is actually like a nice to look at your code project. So what you want to do is definitely make other developers who you're working with, you want to make their jobs as easy as possible. In the meantime, I'm gonna while you are copying it, I'm gonna like add a nice little frame so you know what to copy. I'm gonna explain it a little in just a bit, but I want to help you guys in the naming convention stuff, so that it's gonna be super easy to read and understand your code, because code is for human instead of machine, so it will be translated into a machine language. All right, now what we will be doing is so inside of here we will create a db post const, a variable, and this is where we will save the request body, right? And we want to go ahead and in the Mongo post that we just created, right? We want to use that schema to create a new post inside of our database using the DB post, so essentially the request body. And we just want to go ahead and save it. And this is where the error handling is going to happen. So the usual, if there is an error, send back 500, send back the error. And if everything is working perfectly, let's go ahead and set the response status to 201 and send the data back that we just saved. Nice. That's going to be uploading the post, and we will need to make sure on the front end side that we are actually passing in the image name, because otherwise this whole thing is going to blow up and not going to work. So down here we are gonna be retrieving the posts. So what we want to do is go with the usernaming convention. So what we want to do is whenever we receive a get request on the retrieve posts, fire up this function, then Mongo posts this thing, yeah, Mongo posts find, and you could literally go ahead and like filter out some stuff and just pass it with pass back that, but we're not gonna do that. We are gonna omit the whole thing, and then we will move forward with the error handling. So if there is an error, 500, and if there is not, this is where the sorting thing will go. So this is why I'm using the timestamp data model that or the data type that I'm actually using. I'm gonna be passing in, hi Bigali, by the way. I'm gonna be passing in strings, which are gonna be like numbers, which are gonna be exactly like this is the date time. Oh, wrong annotation. So this is gonna be the date time format that I'm gonna be passing in, and I'm gonna be saving it as a string because that's literally the easiest way to work with data. Okay, and based on how, so data sort B and A, and based on what is the timestamp, I'm gonna be sorting the whole thing. It's literally a snippet of code that I found on the internet, and this is how I'm sorting everything from inside of the database. And once that's done, let's go ahead and set the response status to 200 and send that data back. Nice. I think with that said, this should be good. Now, to test it out, we are not gonna be we're not gonna be testing it out for now, because we are actually gonna be hooking it up on our front end, which for those of you who joined late, you might be wondering, why do I have the front end inside of a backend folder? I made a mistake. That was literally it. Okay. So that's essentially our backend. Now let's go ahead and oops, there is this Firebase. Okay. Let's go ahead, and I think I'm gonna be removing all this Firebase stuff because this might be some old stuff, guys. Literally, if you guys have this Firebase going on, I highly recommend doing the same thing. Okay. Yeah, so inside of source, I have the components right around here, and I have the app.js. I'm just gonna go ahead and shut down the server.js file for now. And what we first need to do, yeah, we have the node modules, so that's done. And let's actually take a look at how this application is actually built up. So on the header, we are importing a bunch of stuff. So this is the exact same that Sunny built. With the React Context API, everything is working and functioning. So we are just passing in the Facebook logo. This is search icon, the input field for searching, all the icons that are going on, and the other set of icons on the right hand side. And this is where the username and the photo URL are happening. That part, yeah, that's the middle part. And yep, so that's literally the part we are looking at. So the part we are looking at in VS Code is essentially this part. Nothing super fancy going on in here. Okay. Now let's close the header. We're not gonna be worrying about that. Sidebar. Why do I have this comment here? Okay. So we are literally like passing in the sidebar row, which is made up of an avatar and an icon. Yep. So this is the avatar. This is what happens when we pass in the avatar, and this is what happens when we pass in the icon. So we are literally like, oops, passing in everything. Well, that's actually a nice way to show it. So guys, I hope you guys can see it in a good. Yeah, okay. So we are literally just passing in some stuff, and we are reusing the exact same component, because why would we want to go ahead and build it again? Doesn't make sense. Okay, let's close it again. And widgets. This is literally just a Facebook embed, nothing super crazy going on in here. And the login. This is where we set the set everything up inside of the React Context API. Yeah, that's pretty much the login page. Nothing super hard going on. I'm not gonna go deep. I'm not gonna dive deep into React Context API. It's working. Okay, so one thing, feed. That's hola, ¿qué tal están? ¿Cómo está, Mr. Jose? That was pretty much all my Spanish knowledge, by the way. Yeah. Okay. I already imported in Axios and the other. So from the instance that I've already created, I've installed Pusher. So what we definitely want to go ahead and do is check out the Axios. So in here we have the localhost 9000 set up already. Yeah, super genial, jajaja. Me gustan los videos, me inspiran. I really appreciate you, bro. I cannot respond to that in Spanish, I'm sorry. Yep, so, buen español. Oh my god, Swedish clicks in faster. Okay, so in Axios, we have the instance ready. Nice. So what we are doing inside of here is essentially checking in the Firebase database. That's Sunny. Can you answer at Instagram after? Of course. So inside of the collection posts on snapshot, this is more like so. Yeah, we're creating a snapshot and we are sending the post data to that thing. Now, this is the part where things are gonna get a bit different. So this is what we're gonna be deleting and then create our stuff. Sorry guys, I need to drink a bit. Nej, jag är inte svensk. But I love Swedish. Okay. Yeah, so this is the Firebase stuff. Don't worry about it for now. We're gonna be deleting that. Let's see what's inside of story real. It's pretty much just creating the stories, like passing in all these stuff. Don't worry about that. Avatar. That's all good, Psychocoder. If you don't know much about React, check out one of Sunny's videos on that. It's super informative and super awesome, and it's very, very in demand. Okay, let's go to message sender. This is the other file that we will need to worry about, because inside of here, yeah, I already had the Axios and the form data. Good morning from Australia. Yo, what's up, Australia in a house? That deserves an air horn. Okay, and we still have 144 people live. Guys, stick with me. This is gonna be like very soon. We're gonna be finishing. We got like 15 to 20 minutes back to the end. Make it to the end with me, guys. So yeah, let's carry on. So inside of here, we are pretty much like, this is the save, submit, handle, submit stuff. This is the Firebase thing that we will be replacing with our content. Mod triangle FB MERN build. Of course, why not? Okay. Yep, message sender. And let's check out the post, what's going on in here. And it's basically just accepting all these props that we are passing on. And then based on that, we are just rendering out everything. One thing though that we need to worry about is this part. This is a bit of a different way of going about how Sonny built it, because this is where the link will go. Hold on a moment. This is where this link will go, right? These kind of links. So this is how we will be rendering out, rendering out all these images. Hey, Kazi. Okay, let's actually start with the feed. So what we will be doing inside of here is we will literally like create a new function that is gonna okay, let's get rid of this use effect for now. We're not gonna be using that, sorry Sonny. So sync feed is gonna be the function that we will be firing off to sync the whole feed and to grab all the posts that we had. Naming convention, hello. So retrieve posts, and then we will yeah, you can go ahead and console log it, and then what we want to do is set the post data to response the data. Okay, now what we want to do is whenever this application whenever the application loads, we want to have a use effect to sync the whole thing, and then essentially everything is gonna be the exact same. We're gonna be returning here. It's not done just yet. Now, another thing we will be doing is going into message sender, and this is gonna be a juicy part, because first we have to decide whether this post has an image attached or not. And because if we are trying to save, like, you can literally post without or with an image on Facebook, of course, and we are building the clone, so we need to handle that situation. So whenever there is an image, we want to go about it in a different way, and when there is no image, we just want to save the post and that's it. So inside of handle submit, so you need to have this row. That row stays there, and these stuff stay here. I pretty much made it separate so that you can go ahead and just delete the lines that you need to delete. Now, what we will be doing is let's actually create an if gate. Boom. So if there is an image, and how do we know if there is an image? Okay, that's a good question. I forgot. Okay, yeah. How do we know if there is an image? This is how we will know if there is an image. So if we actually go ahead and click that upload image button and then select an image, that's going to be stored inside of this use state, or of this state. And then if it is happening, then we will be creating an image form, creating an image form, which is pretty much form data. It's just an image form, and then we will append that file, that image, and this was so okay. So how does this whole thing work? So we are appending something to the image form data. Now the field name where we want to append it is going to be the file. The data that we actually, so the thing that we actually want to like put in there is going to be the image. And then and then we want to refer it to as the name of that image. Guys, let me know in the comments, because the comments are stopped again. Let me know, guys, if you're enjoying this, if you're finding this valuable, and you always know that you can smash that like button and show me that you literally like this video, okay? Let me know, guys, if it's clear, if we can move on and we can go ahead and save everything inside of our MongoDB database. I really want to know, and I really want to see it coming inside of the comments. So let me know, guys. Yeah, so actually let's go ahead and save that image. So naming convention. So we're gonna be uploading the image and oops, it's freaking out because I haven't closed everything. So what we will be doing is making a post request. Guys that don't see if you guys are understanding it, let me know in the comments. So we will be making a post request to the upload image endpoint, and we will be passing in the image form, and then we are adding a couple of headers which we need to work with. Now accept is going to be application slash JSON, because we want to save it as a JSON. And accept language, I'm using English, so yep, there we go. And then we want to add the content type, which is going to be a multi-part form data, and we want to pass in the boundary of that form data, just like that. All right. With that said, one more thing we need to do, because we then, remember guys, we then want to go ahead and save the post with the data retrieved from this request, okay? So what we want to be doing is then create a post data. This is just going to be a post data for now. We're going to be console logging it. It's actually not necessary, but it's nice to see how everything goes. So let's create a post data thing, and let's add the text that the user typed inside of the text form or the input field. Then add the image name, which we will be retrieving from the response data as the file name, and then add the user's display name, and then as an avatar add the user photo URL, and also the timestamp, which will be a date.now. Let's console log it to see how it actually looks like, and then call this function, which we haven't created just yet. But before we do that, we need to have an else thing going on, right? Yeah, there we go. So if there is no image, like remember, this only happens if we got an image. So if there is no image, we just want to create, we're gonna create the exact same form data without the image name, right? You see that there is no image name, text, image name, user, and then text and user. Okay, that's pretty much what happens here. And then we want to go ahead and create a new function outside of this whole thing, and that's essentially gonna like upload the whole post. There we go. So with that said, we pretty much should be able to upload stuff to our MongoDB using our front end. Now what we definitely want to go ahead and do is inside of here, let's remove this as, because I didn't do it that way. So we are now able to save stuff to our MongoDB database, and we are able to retrieve those. And now I'm just gonna add in http://localhost 9000, so that the image source is gonna be set to this URL. Okay. Why is my okay? Now we literally should be able to have a working application with us. Guys, let me know in the chat section if you guys are with me, if you guys are following me, and if you are in here with me. Oh, okay, so just the comments are not coming through. I actually see them coming in. Okay. Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay. I think I'm gonna stay here then, and I don't know why the comments are not coming through. Restream. Don't worry. Okay. Now let's actually test this app out. Let's reload it a couple of times, but let me know, guys, if you are with me. Accept language in Spanish too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, following, nice. Okay, stuck retrieving the image. Retrieving the image is just gonna be a link which you will be building up. Okay, present Dr. MERN. Yes, let's go. Okay, I'm not gonna be able to highlight any more images because for some reason the streaming app is not working as it should. Okay, let's go back to the presentation and let's actually go ahead and sign in. Let's use this account. Awesome. And now what I will be doing is say, hey guys, and the fire emoji. And I'm gonna choose a file. And let's actually, I will be covering this for a little bit. Yeah, so stuck. Okay. So inside of here, I'm just gonna put a couple of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript logos so that we know what this whole thing is about. Boom. Let's save it. And right now we're not seeing anything because this is not real time, but let's actually check our MongoDB, how things are going on in here. So in files, we see a second one and it says it's the GMT time is 20:58, which actually matches yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Pacific. So yeah, it's actually pretty good. Now let's actually refresh the whole thing. Let's sign in again and let's see if it is working. Okay, now there we go. That's it, guys. Literally, we have a fully functional Facebook clone, and let's actually test out if it works without that without an image. Yep, that's it. Like say, yo, who's pumped? And let's add a rocket emoji. Boom. And let's sign in again and refresh because it's still not real time. And here we go. Everything is working. The order is correct. We see this timestamp going on. So guys, let me know in the chat who is pumped and who has this project at this state where it's fully functioning. We just need to make it real time. Teddy asks, can I be your friend? Of course, bro. Text me on Instagram. It's actually, you can see it right here. Yeah. Text me over here. Okay. Poof. There we go. So how do you make this work real time? That's what we will be doing, Bogdan. Nice question. Thank you. Okay. And yeah, so now I'm introducing pusher. That's how we will make this whole thing real time. We will need a little bit of modification on the front end and the back end as well, but this is going to be working perfectly. So let's go ahead and go to pusher.com. And what we will be doing is, oops, not printing the page, definitely. So what we will be doing is, if you guys haven't used Pusher, this is essentially a service that we will be using to watch our MongoDB and whenever something happens, we're just gonna fire off a function that's gonna refresh the whole page, and there we go. So if you haven't used it, you can go ahead and sign up. This is completely free for the use what we will be doing, and I'm just gonna go ahead and sign in with my GitHub, because that's just one click. And here we go. So all the way here, let's just go to manage. Yeah, just like that. And if it's the first time you're using it, you're gonna see a get started over here on channels, and make sure to use channels. Okay, let's go to manage. Let's go to create app. Oops. Let's see what's up. Yep. Okay. So create, and I'm gonna say Facebook MERN live, because we are live. Okay, EU, I'm gonna set it to US West. Okay, For the front end, I'm using React, and for the backend, I'm using Node.js. Let's create the app. And they are super nice because they are kind of like give you a bunch of code that you can start working with. React should auto update because state is changed. The state is that doesn't change. So the thing that is happening, okay, so let me put myself up. So what is happening with React and Firebase? So React would change automatically whenever the state is changed, but you need to change the state first, and that's why you are using this on snapshot thing. So whenever something is happening, that snapshot is gonna be fired off because Firebase has a real-time database. But because MongoDB by default is not real-time, the on snapshot is not getting fired. That means the state doesn't change, and then React doesn't refresh. Okay, so it's not there is no problem with React. React is working just fine. It's the matter of the database. Okay, I just wanted to clear that out. I saw that awesome comment by Psychocoder. Okay, so does Pusher have rate limit? Of course it does. It's actually pretty low, but it's gonna be just enough for us today. Okay, and yeah, okay, let's go back here. Nice. So we have all these code with us. Let's go actually and set up our backend. So we will need these two stuff, but let's actually grab this one first. And I'm just gonna open up my server.js file, which is essentially in the backend. And what I will be doing, so okay. Oh my god. Okay, resolve. Let's remove this because we don't need that path. Okay, so Pusher is already imported. Nice. And and what we will be doing is going to app config and just paste it here. Now there's two little modifications that we will need to make in here. One of them is getting rid of var because that's just a no-go whenever you're developing in JavaScript. You don't ever want to use var. You're literally gonna be kicked out of an interview just for that. And the other thing you want to change is encrypted, and because it's for some reason it's deprecated, and you want to go ahead and use TLS instead of encrypted, and it's not gonna be messing around. Yeah, okay. Okay, yep, that's Mongo stuff and DB connected. Perfect. So next thing we want to go ahead and do is going into the first Mongo's connection once open. So the other one is just for gridfs and saving file. Don't worry about that. Don't change anything on that. What you need to do inside of here is create a new change stream. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's basically just watching your database, and whenever something happens, it fires off. Simple. So you want to create a change stream. And it's actually a nice thing by MongoDB. I'm just gonna paste it in here. So you want to create a change stream, which is literally just a Mongoose connection collection watching thing. So the Mongoose connection collection, the post collection of the Mongoose collection, you want to watch that. So you want to watch the Mongoose connection post collection. I hope it's actually clear what I'm trying to say. Drop it in the comments if you know how to say it correctly. And what you want to do is when the change stream is fired off, so on change, right, you want to fire off a callback function which will have a parameter, the change, which actually happens on the back end, which is the actual change, right? So it could be a inserted data, it could be a deleted data, it could be a changed data, something. You just want to have it inside of a variable. You can go ahead and console log it, and then what you definitely need to do is if the changes operation type, right? There's gonna be a bunch of parameters inside of there. One of them is gonna be operation type, and if it is insert, then what you want to do is first, like, you can go ahead and console log so that you can like debug it. And you can go ahead and say triggering pusher. That's nice. And then what you want to do is literally just say pusher dot trigger, and then you want to create a channel inside of pusher, which the best way to go about it is say the collection's name. Okay, so posts, and you want to go ahead and create an event which will be inserted in this case, and then and that's pretty much it. I mean, we can definitely pass in whatever changed. Okay, so change equals change, and you just pass it on. You will be able to watch it on the pusher server. That's pretty much it. Okay, now what happens if it's not insert? Well, then else you're gonna go ahead and console log error triggering pusher. That's pretty straightforward, handling the error, and yep, that's pretty much it. That was the backend side. Now the backend is gonna be real time. Nice. Now what we need to do at this moment is going to feed.js, because that's where we will be feed.js. Yep, this is where we will be literally like subscribing to the pusher thing. So let's go back here and let's see what we will be doing. So of course we create an instance. Oops, yeah, that's the instance that we will create. And if I have a fancy pointer, why am I not using it? So this is creating a pusher instance on the front end, and then we will be subscribing to it, to the channel that we created, and we will be calling like what we called posts. And then on the event of inserted that we will be adding inside of there, we will be going ahead and fire up the sync data. Okay, so let's create this thing, and let's go up here and let's actually create the instance up here. Get rid of the var immediately, and let's go with a const. And guys, if I saw a couple of comments asking whether you should be using var, const, or let, my advice: don't ever use var. There is no situation you want to use var. And for const and let, use always const until you need to use let. So it's like declare everything with const, and whenever something is breaking, and React will actually show you, and JavaScript is actually going to be showing you why it's not working. Then you can change it to let if it's the problem. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning this at 2 a.m. Okay, I said I can't. Hold on. I want to highlight that. Okay. Boom. Okay. So Alex Limpy says, I'm listening this at 2 a.m. Nice job, bro. Massive appreciation for you, and you got an air horn. Thank you so much for being here and being with us this early in the morning. And let me just run through quickly the comment section. And guys, stick with me. We are very close to the end. Okay. Yeah. So the other thing we will need to do is copy this part of the code, and let's go back and create a new use effect up here. Use effect, that's the thing that I want to have. Yeah, nice. And remove this, because otherwise it's going to be refreshing all the time and it's going to like burst out your limits in pusher. And then let's pass it in here. Let's change it to const, because that's just because we're not using var. And so this essentially creates a channel that subscribes to not my channel. Instead, we're going to be passing in posts. Yeah, and the event is going to be inserted. And then there's a function. Okay, we're getting rid of the alert thing, and we're just going to go ahead and say sync feed. And guys, that should be pretty much it. So let's actually sign in. Oh no, I actually refreshed it a couple of times, so everything is working perfectly. Yeah, let's sign in here. Okay, everything is loading. Yo, real-time test. Let's add another image, another cozy image. That's actually a good idea. And let's hit return, and let's wait until it. Okay, here we go. Hey, there we go, guys. We literally made the whole thing real time. So real time, and some fire, and then a rocket. Boom, without an image, it works again. Now this is a little bit of bug. It's actually not a bug, it's just how it works. So whenever you're resyncing the feed, the images are gonna load again, but we could make it like super optimal, but that's gonna take a lot of time, and we are already more than 2 hours into this stream. So with that said, we are finished. We literally have finished the full build. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now, one more thing to do before we go home, and before we go ahead and do whatever we want to. Let's actually deploy the whole thing. Who is pumped and who is ready to deploy the application up to the cloud, so that everybody is going to be able to check it out? Let me know in the comments. Drop some fire if you know what's gonna happen. And yep, let's do it. Okay, can you add this in the repo? Yeah, definitely message me afterwards. My Instagram should be here. Yeah, this is it. Okay, perfect. So guys, let me know if you are ready to deploy this app. Austin says, let's go. Carrie Minati says, I use MongoDB Compass. That's a great tool to use. So guys, literally MongoDB Compass is nothing super fancy. It's it's literally a desktop app of MongoDB. Firebase deploy, exactly, Alexandros. Okay. So Calvin asks what are the advantages of using MongoDB instead of Firebase? There's not a lot. I mean, so whenever you're trying to build a project, we always say that go with Firebase. Okay? And then why are we teaching this? That probably is your next question. Well, this is what is in demand on the job market, and this is actually a better way to store data than in a SQL database, because that's just like a pain in the butt. And with working with a NoSQL database, it's like super easy to map through everything and then render out and then just work with that, because it's more like a JSON file. Now, that's part of the other reason why we're teaching it, and because MERN stack is like a killer. It's like 10x as popular and like 100x more in demand than Firebase, because it's kind of like unknown for now. But yeah, I hope this answered your question. Yeah. Hassan says, let's deploy. Yes, let's go. And okay, now let's actually go back to the view where you can see my screen. Nice, perfect. And what we will be doing is essentially going to the front end and then opening up a terminal. Oh, and yeah, this is the change that happens. So on the backend side, what we want to do is first, okay, let's actually create a new terminal. Let's do an ls. Let's go in here, and what you want to go ahead and do is go to Heroku.com, because we will be using Heroku to host this application backend on a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, new, create new app, and we will be creating a Facebook MERN. Oops. Facebook MERN live. Yep, there we go. And what we will be doing is essentially, so guys, if you don't have Heroku CLI, go ahead and install it using that tutorial up top. Then what you will need to do is log into the CLI. Yeah, and yeah, afterwards you can like resume this video and then go ahead. So we just seeded into the project. We have the git version control done. What we want to do is set the remote git repo to your Heroku repo. Okay, wrong direction. Just paste it inside of there. It's gonna do its thing super fast. Then you want to literally create add the commit and then push it to Heroku master. Okay, let's see what's going on in the chat, because for some reason I can't see it just when I go there. Okay, let's go ahead and say git add dot, then git commit -am and app done. Don't do these kind of commits. Always commit every single thing that you do, because then you can go ahead and roll back. Okay. There we go, because we added a nice little git ignore. We just have the necessary stuff. And what we will be typing in here is essentially git push Heroku master. Poof, there we go. And what I like to do is add a new terminal and say Heroku logs -- tail, and then I will see the Heroku logs going on all the way, so that I will know what is happening inside of here. Okay, so yeah, it's launching, release version 3. I don't even know why it's version 3, but don't matter. So on the right hand side it's starting, everything is working, and it says state changed from starting to up. That means we probably have a working backend, guys. Deployed. Let's test it out. If it says hello world, there we go. Huge air horn, guys. We have it working. Nice. Okay. And get exactly, yeah, Sunny is using Mongo for TikTok, and since then Sunny had been using Firebase, but you use MongoDB. Sunny was always using Firebase. We just had 2 or 3, 4 or 5 couple of builds together, and whenever I'm going live with him, we are making a MERN full stack build from bottom to the top. Yeah, because he's just so much faster in teaching React. But yeah. Okay, yeah, so we have a working backend. Now, what you want to go ahead and do is like copy this this link, and then go back to axios.js, right? And then you just want to go ahead and actually you can go ahead and comment this line out and add a base URL, and that will be this code. Now, make sure that you don't have the slash and the end, because it's gonna like blow up the whole thing. And yep, there we go. Okay, now with that said, it's pretty much set to the working backend thing, and I'm just gonna need to find. Okay, here we go. Now let's sign in. It's still the local front end, but they deploy the backend, and let's see if it is working. Yes, there we go. Everything should be working. Boom. There we go. King. We can say working. Very funny. Now what we need to do is go ahead and deploy the front end, and that's pretty much today's build, guys. So let's actually go here, create a new tab, and what we will be doing is we need to initialize Firebase, right? So let's go ahead and type in Firebase init. Boom. There we go. What you want to do is hosting, then use an existing project. Then what you need to do is, I think this is the project. Oh no, it's FB MERN. Okay, I need to check it real quick. Yeah, it is FB MERN 9AC40. Yeah, that's the project. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're selecting the correct project here, otherwise it's gonna blow up. So yeah, Facebook MERN, there we go. And this is another part you need to make sure you're doing it right. And for some reason the streaming is cutting off the bottom of my screen, so you need to type in here build instead of public. Oh my god, and then now I'm blocking the screen. Okay, I'll move myself here. Okay, so you need to type in here build. Whenever it's asking for the public directory, you want to go ahead and say build. Okay, and what you need to do is like type in a Y, because you want this to be a single page app. Now this is some CLI trick that didn't work out as planned. Oh yeah, because I'm using a different resolution. Don't matter. Okay, and now what you want to do is npm run build down here, and that will actually create the build folder and create the whole production ready project. So it's gonna strip out a lot of stuff like hot reloading and all those kind of stuff that you need while you're working in the development environment, but then you will not need it anymore. So npm run build, there we go. It's working nicely. And it's gonna do and create an optimized production build. So yeah, that's pretty much what is happening over here. So let's wait until it finishes. It's gonna do its thing. It's gonna take a little bit of while. In the meantime, let me check. Wow, this is amazing, Calvin says. Thank you. Okay, what is the MongoDB instead of Firebase? Yeah, and now we are ready to deploy. Guys, I see there is still 94 people on the YouTube. If you haven't smashed that like button, now is the time to do it. Hit that like button, get that number up to 400. I think we can do it. Let's everybody go ahead and hit that like button. We are at 378. Let's go. Let's hit that. Okay, we are at 381. Nice. 382. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Let's smash that like button. Like literally go ahead and destroy that. Okay, 386. Nice. Okay, we are just 14 away from 400, guys. Let's go and let's reach that number. Okay, If you guys found this video valuable, drop a comment, let me know what you liked, and in the meantime, hit the like button so that we can get this video out to as many people out there as possible, and that is all we ask for. Okay, we are sitting at 389. Okay, let's go ahead and deploy the app, and let's see how we did. Let's go ahead and say Firebase deploy and wait for the magic. Okay, we're deploying, and we should be good to go. Now follow the link, command click, open, and of course it opened in the wrong screen. And let's see what we built. Oh my god, my Mac is bugging out. Nice. Sign in. Let's see how we did. And here we go, and there we go. It is working. Let's try this out. Okay, with an image. And guys, you can literally go ahead and copy that link and just come in here, have some fun. But guys, make sure that you guys are keeping it clean, because otherwise I will need to delete this and put it down. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it in the comment section or in the chat. Let's come in here and let's actually everybody drop some positive vibes inside of here. Let's have some fun before we shut this stream down. So yeah, I want to see everybody coming in here, dropping some positive vibes. Let's go. Efren says, gracias amigo David, amazing lives. Muchas gracias mi amigo. Thank you for sticking here and being here with me. Okay, we just got our first person inside of here. Okay, nice. There we go. Okay, awesome. So can we get the final code? Virus. If you're a virus, nope. Yeah, David gave a massive wave. Thank you so much, bro. That's why we are here. Awesome stuff. So yeah, the image is working. Hey, hello, what's up, Alexandros? Okay. So guys, if you guys like this build, make sure to hit the smash the like button, hit the subscribe, so that, and click the bell so that you will not miss any of these videos. And if you found this valuable, make sure to share it with your friends and everybody out there. And guys, thank you so much for staying here with me. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for being here, dropping the positive vibes and staying here. And if you guys are interested, down in the down below in the description, there is a webinar which is teaching you step by step how to build a Netflix clone. So if you guys want to go ahead and dive into this deeper, I highly recommend going ahead and testing and just attending to that webinar, because it's just crazy amount of value, and it's gonna take you, and it's gonna 10x all your skills. With that said, thank you so much for being here with me. This is David from cleverprogrammer.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace, guys.